The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls is a memoir recounting the events the Walls family went through. I will be recounting the numerous locations the Walls family visited and interesting events or pivotal moments that took place in these locations. Traveling in a taxicab in modern-day New York, Jeanette Walls, a successful socialite and novelist, notices a homeless woman rummaging through trash, and it turns out to be her mother. This event provokes Walls to recount the years of her poverty-stricken life living with a father, Rex Walls, who changes jobs at the drop of a hat, and a mother, Mary, who aspires to be a famous artist, yet never has sold a painting. The predicament the Walls family was in required them to travel to different locations spread across the country. Starting in Tucson, Arizona, the birthplace of Jeanette Walls. The family resided in Tucson for a short period of 3 years. The reason for this was because when Jeanette was 3 years old, she was cooking hot dogs, burnt herself, and was rushed to a hospital for skin grafts. A week into her stay, her father Rex states, "We are going to check out, Rex Walls style." Her father took her out of the hospital in the middle of the night without telling any nurses or doctors. This was the beginning of the numerous times when the Walls family would suddenly leave their current situation and travel to a new location. Soon they reached a desired destination. Las Vegas, Nevada. Jeanette's father grew a consistent way for winning games of blackjack. With his earnings, he would spoil the kids with new clothes and a stay in a nearby motel. Eventually, nearby prospectors caught on to Rex's plan, and the family did the skedaddle. They drove for miles until Jeanette's mother, Mary, saw a Joshua tree that she just needed to paint. I thought the Joshua tree was ugly. However, Mother thought it was one of the prettiest trees she'd ever seen, said Jeanette, page 35. They are in Midland, California, a ghost town with many wild animals located in Riverside County, near the Little Maria Mountains, 20 miles from Blythe, California. The town is so deserted that water comes by train twice a day. Rex decides they should settle there because it's as good a place as any. The family soon moves into an apartment in Blythe, California. Jeanette and her siblings attend school. Jeanette is soon bullied for her intelligence due to her regular outbursts in class, and she is also teased for being skinny and tall. 2 months later, the birth of her baby sister, Maureen. A few months later, Rex is chased by a police car which he outruns. He leaves the car in a nearby garage, thinking the police will recognize it, and makes the family walk home. The following day, the family flees Blythe. They soon reach Battle Mountain. Here, the Walls family moves into a former depot station that has no furniture, so the kids have to sleep in cardboard boxes. Our new home was one of the oldest buildings in town, Mom proudly told us, with a real frontier quality to it, page 51. Rex soon gets a job and the family has a more or less normal life for a while, but when Rex gets laid off, their lives get tougher. The kids have to resort to stealing food and Mary has to get a job as a teacher, which she resents. A juvenile delinquent named Billy moves into town and proclaims Jeanette his girlfriend. He tries to rape her one day while they are playing hide and seek. The police come and inform Rex and Mary they will have to go to court the next morning. Instead, they pack up and leave town that evening. The family moves into a house Mary inherited from her mother in Phoenix, Arizona. Although the house is large, it is infested with roaches and termites. Also, their neighborhood is filled with gypsies who steal from them and a slew of perverts. Due to Rex's addiction to drinking, he begins to lose job after job. Mary decides it's time to return back home. The Walls family move in with Rex's parents for a while, but soon move away to Welch, West Virginia. They move into a rundown house with no indoor plumbing and a leaky roof. Rex continues to spend most of his time drinking. The Walls kids get bullied for their rundown house. Jeanette and Lori decide to save up to move to New York City. Lori manages to get to New York through a babysitting offer. Jeanette follows her there for her senior year of high school. Jeanette works hard her senior year and is able to go to Bernard College. She is also hired by a magazine. She lives in an apartment for free in exchange for looking over the owner's children. Brian and Maureen, her younger siblings, also leave Welch, where things are getting worse and worse. 5 years later, Jeanette is married to a man named John. Rex has gotten very ill and has a heart attack and passes away. Although Jeanette Walls has had a very depressing and uplifting uprising, she is now a successful journalist and currently resides in modern-day New York.